From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Wednesday, February 17th, 2016. Silver is trading at $15.29 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,206 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $419. Antiwar.com reports Ukraine's Premier Arseniy Yatsenyuk has retained his post, at least temporarily, after surviving a vote of no confidence in the nation's parliament on Tuesday, which came in the wake of President Petro Poroshenko asking him to voluntarily resign. Poroshenko insisted that Yatsenyuk's government has failed and had lost the coalition's trust, saying that the only answer he can see is a total reset of the cabinet under a new premier. He insisted that was preferable to snap elections. After being elected on a promise of reform, Yatsenyuk's government has been blasted for widespread corruption, and last week the IMF publicly warned that they are preparing to stop the latest international bailout of Ukraine unless they make a substantial effort to rein in corruption. Like a lot of nations, however, corruption is so heavily embedded into Ukrainian politics right now that reforms are a slow trudge, and ousting Yatsenyuk was likely meant more as an effort to buy more time from the IMF than to seriously replace him with anyone more reform-minded. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports a new poll finds that roughly one-third of voters say they are scared of the prospect of either Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton receiving their party's presidential nomination. The poll, conducted by USA Today and Suffolk University and released on Tuesday, showed 38% of likely voters said they were fearful if Trump won the Republican presidential nomination, while 33% would feel the same if Clinton won the Democratic nod. A Trump nomination scared 62% of surveyed Democrats, 17% of Republicans, and 33% of independents. A Clinton nomination scared 60% of Republicans, 8% of Democrats, and 35% of independents. By contrast, Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont would not scare so many of those surveyed. 31% said they would be satisfied if Sanders won the Democratic nomination. Broken down by party, 45% of Republicans are scared of a Sanders nomination, while 12% of Democrats and 28% of independents share the feeling. If you're fed up with the government running every aspect of your life, but you're not listening to the Lava Flow podcast yet, what's wrong with you? Go right now to thelavaflow.com/listen. The Lava Flow podcast, channeling the flow of information to the libertarian, anarcho-capitalist, voluntarist, and agorist community. Subscribe today using any podcatcher at thelavaflow.com/listen, or just go back to sucking up to the government. The Lava Flow podcast, striking the root every episode. Reuters reports residents of Flint, Michigan, one of the poorest cities in the United States, paid some of the nation's highest water bills even as the city failed to treat drinking water properly, leading to lead contamination. Washington-based advocacy group Food and Water Watch said the annual water bill in Flint as of January 2015 was $864.32 for a household using 60,000 gallons of water a year. The rate remained high compared with many other cities, even as a judge ordered Flint to reduce its rates by 35% and stop charging a service fee. In a cost-cutting measure, Flint switched its water system from Detroit to a local river in 2014. The more corrosive water from the river leached lead from water system pipes, leading to unacceptably high levels of lead in hundreds of homes. The lead contamination, which could have been prevented with anti-corrosion treatment of the water, has become a political scandal as emails and documents have emerged showing that Michigan officials tried to play down and cover up the problem for months. The median income in Flint is $24,834, compared with $48,411 in the state of Michigan, and 42% of the city's population lives below the poverty line. The second highest water prices in the country were in Bellevue, Washington at $855.25 a year for 60,000 gallons of water. The least expensive water in the country was in Phoenix, Arizona at $84.24 per year. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.